Good morning Malacañang Press Corps at sa ating mga bisita. Welcome sa regular economic briefing. Today we have Assistant Secretary Tony Lambino to introduce our guest. Good morning, sir.
Thank you, Rocky. Good morning po and welcome to the fourth weekly economic briefing hosted by the Economic Development Cluster and PCOO. Last week, Education Secretary Leonor Briones talked about the importance of TRAIN and its long-term benefits that will secure a brighter future for our children. This week, we follow through with a focus on our progress on one of the major promises of the Duterte administration, more jobs and infrastructure. During the Tatak ng Pag-unlad pre-SONA forum, both the Economic Development Cluster and the Infrastructure Cluster of the Cabinet presented their accomplishments and emphasized that the current efforts of the government center on inclusive development that will place the Philippines squarely among the region's economic leaders. The tax reform for acceleration and inclusion, or TRAIN law, is a vital enabler of our infrastructure modernization program. 70% of additional revenues from TRAIN provides funds in support of the Build, Build, Build program, which will bring long-lasting change towards a more comfortable life for all Filipinos, especially in our provinces and outlying areas. Malaki pong pasasalamat natin kay Sec Mark Villar at saka ng DPWH dahil umikot po kami sa Mindanao mula Davao hanggang Cagayan de Oro, tsaka sa Northern Luzon, sa may Nueva Ecija area, at makikita po natin sunod-sunod po ang mga infrastructure projects. At lahat po ng mga projects na yun ay may billboard at nakalagay doon sa kanto, Train Our Road to Progress. Salamat po, Sec Mark. So let us also note that the NEDA released the regional GDP numbers for 2017. And you will note that in terms of inclusive growth, CAR was number one at 12.1% year-on-year growth. Region 11 was in second place at 10.9% growth, and Region 3 at 9.3%, well above the national average. So these are all indicators that inclusive development and growth are indeed happening. So without further ado, let us all welcome the Build, Build, Build team of the Duterte administration, the dream team that will deliver our dream of more jobs and better infrastructure across the nation. Department of Public Works and Highways Secretary Mark Villar, Department of Labor Secretary Bello, Department of Transportation Secretary Art Tugade, and Bases Conversion and Development Authority President Vince Dizon. We also have serving as key resource persons, NEDA Deputy Director General Rolly Tungpalan, here seated in front, and from the Department of Trade and Industry, Assistant Secretary Nes Perez. On behalf of the Jobs, Jobs, Jobs by Build, Build, Build team, Secretary Bello will do the opening remarks. Salamat po, sir.
Thank you, Tony. Secretary Mark, Secretary Art, President Vince, our friends in media, magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Unang-una, please accept our appreciation for this opportunity to be able to share with you the updates on our government's centerpiece program, the Build, Build, and Build. In more ways than one, this ambitious undertaking translates into jobs, 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 and more jobs for our people since its launch and into the remaining years of the Duterte administration. Pero siguro palitan natin yung okay lang siguro, Sec Mark, palitan natin instead na jobs, jobs, job. Mas maganda siguro kung trabaho, trabaho, trabaho. Dahil ako, panay ang job, job, job sa akin eh. Araw-araw nakakatanggap ako ng jobs eh. Mas maganda siguro pakinggan ng trabaho, trabaho, trabaho. Anyway, our optimism for the immense contribution of this program to national growth is not without solid basis. Our data would show that the economy generated a net employment of 625,000 last April, or about 40,800,000 96 million employed persons compared to the 40,271,000,000 employed for the same period last year. The single biggest contributor to this positive net employment generation is the construction sector. Congratulations, SecMark. This sector registered a net employment of 468,000 during the same period. In order for us to sustain the growth momentum for the generation of not just jobs, but decent jobs, we have put in place a number of interventions targeted at poor workers engaged in precarious and vulnerable work. This includes the enhancement of their access to educational and training opportunities that will allow them to develop and acquire medium to high-level skills required in more complex, higher-paying, and in-demand jobs. We are also keen on providing a more efficient and easier access to vital labor market information and employment opportunities to job seekers across industries. On top of this, we are bent on expanding our government internship program, the PESO, and our Jumpstart Philippine programs. Studies are also underway to encourage part-time work or even reduce work time, especially for low-paying jobs. This is suited to school dropouts and even graduates of the senior high school. This will give ample time for study and enable them to graduate to higher-paying jobs later on. And to give us a glimpse of what is in store for the nation under our Build, Build, Build program that spells jobs, 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 trabaho, trabaho, trabaho na lang, and more decent trabaho, we will hear later the captains of the key agencies, Captain Art, Captain Mark, and Captain Vince, of the key agencies behind the President's Build, Build, Build program. They are primarily responsible to make the wish of the President in generating 1 million jobs a year a reality. Nawala na ang problema ko. 1.8 million jobs. Salamat, Art. Salamat, Mark. Pero ito pa rin nyo yan, ha? So, to all of you, thank you very much.
Can we now have DPWH Secretary Mark Villar?
Salamat po at unang-una napapasalamat po ako sa aking mga colleagues. Of course, itong job creation po hindi mangyayari po kung hindi po dahil sa leadership ng ating Secretary of Labor. Dahil siya pong nagbibigay sa amin ng listahan ng mga naghahanap ng trabaho para i-match namin sa mga job opportunities sa infrastructure sector. Kaya malaki pong pasasalamat ko kay Secretary Bello. Under his leadership, talagang tumaas ang ating job creation, which is 468,000. Yung binanggit niya pong 468,000 is more than double the historical average for the past 6 years. Ang pinakamataas po na job creation sa construction sector historically has only been 200,000. At ngayon lang naging 468,000. Kaya, at tataas pa. Kaya congratulations Secretary Bello for your success. At syempre po sa aking of course si Secretary Art Tugade and of course President Vince, halos hindi na po natutulog dahil sa dami ng projects na ginagawa. I'd like to also acknowledge their efforts to make the Build project a reality. At ngayon po gumawa po kami ng isang 4-minute video para lang makita nyo po, ma-summarize po ang mga projects. Pero sa dami po, syempre, hindi kayang ilagay sa 4-minute video. But at least kahit paano, meron po kayong idea sa scale ng mga projects ng Build. So ito po yung video na piniprepare namin.
Okay, thank you, Secretary Villar. MPC, questions? Questions? Tuesday New. Microphone, please. Thank you.
Good morning po, sir. To Secretary Mark Villar. Sir, based on the video, we saw na marami namang projects na completed na. Operational na po ba yung mga nakumpleto na yon? And sabi nyo, nakapag-create tayo ng 468,000 jobs. Napakaraming mga nagkaroon ng trabaho, marami ng projects na kumpleto, and yet, nababagalan pa si Presidente doon sa mga projects na ginagawa ng DPWH. Ano pa po ba ang kailangang gawin ninyo para bumilis-bilis po ito at masatisfy si Presidente?
Tama po si Presidente. Kailangan continuous po ang improvement. Siyempre sa first year, hindi naman mapaperfect lahat ng operations ng department. Pero nag-usap na po kami at meron ng bagong batas, yung Ease of Doing Business Act. Minsan kasi yung application, siyempre medyo mahaba yung proseso. Kaya ang gagawin na namin ngayon, pag may mga delays dahil sa permitting, pwede na i-report directly sa DILG or yung relevant na department para mapabilis ang proseso ng isang proyekto. Kaya marami po kaming steps para ma-improve. As of today, yung expenditures ng DPWH year-on-year is more than 40% higher year-on-year. So, malaki po ang increase sa implementation namin. Pero, syempre, tuloy-tuloy po ang improvement. We cannot stop. We will continue to improve and I think that, it's good that the President is keeping the pressure on us to continue perform. Dahil napaka-importante po ng ating Build program. Napakalaki po ng kailangan yung mga problema natin sa traffic, sa disaster resiliency. Kaya rest assured, this government is working 24/7 para mapabilis ang implementation.
Thank you, sir.
Celerina Monte, to be followed by RJ.
Good morning to Secretary Tugade. So regarding the subway, I believe the target na start ng implementation is supposedly by the last quarter of this year. Are we still on track?
Una ho, tandaan na natin na yung original na schedule sa subway next year. Napabilis ho natin ang proseso na kung saan nag-agree yung mga partidos upang mapaaga yung pag-start ng proyekto. Sa iyong katanungan, tinatanong mo, are we still on track? Yes, ma'am. We are still on track. We are starting the groundbreak and the formal construction by the end of this year, not later than December. Na kung saan, uumpisahan natin yung construction dun sa partial operability sa 3 istasyon. Saan ito? North Avenue, Mindanao Avenue, Tandang Sora. Kasama na rin ho dito yung pagpapatayo ng tinatawag na Railway Institute at Depot sa Valenzuela. Lahat po ito ay planong umpisahan not later than December of the last quarter of this year.
So sir, when do you intend to sign the loan agreement? Kasi exchange of notes pa lang yung nangyari.
Kung makikita nyo yung video kanina, ma'am, yung loan agreement, napirmahan na ho yun noong Marso 2018. Kaya nga ho, dahil sa pagpirma ng loan agreement, umusad ng may konting kabilisan yung mga proseso at progreso ng ating proyekto. Napirmahan na po yung loan agreement.
Sir, isa pa, meron bang trip if ever si President sa Japan? Kasi I heard na he will be embarking on a trip before the end of the year. Meron bang ganong plan? Kasi nga because of this infra project.
Ayaw ho kong paghulaan ang mga schedule ng ating presidente. Ako ho'y sa Department of Transportation, yung schedule ng presidente sa Office of the President ho yun, saka sa protocol. Kung may mga biyahe ho siya, isa lang ang natin dapat tandaan. Ang biyaheng ito ay diktado ng kabutihan ng bansa at bayan.
RJ?
For Secretary Villar po. Sir, may proposal ang San Miguel Corporation for the extension of D-Flex. Ano pong update doon?
Well, they submitted the proposal and we're in the process now of analyzing yung effect kung may mga kailangan baguhin sa mga technical aspects ng proposal nila. Pero mabilis, sa tingin ko naman mabilis naman ang proseso dahil ito po ay extension ng TPLX to San Fernando. Yung existing po, we're looking by next year, we can open yung Rosario exit. So tapos na po yung TPLX by next year. And then we have to, as early as now, pinaplano na namin yung extension of TPLX.
Okay, sir. Sir, for Sir Arthur Tugade, update on LRT1 fare hike petition, sir.
Alam nyo, yung lahat ho ng price increase related to LRT, dapat dumaan at dadaan sa tamang proseso na kung saan may publication, may consultation, may hearing, tapos desisyon. Ano yung update? Nasa proseso ngayon yan na kung saan ilalagay sa public hearing yan. Ngayon, yung sinasabi po na yung improvement sa LRT1 from Baclaran to Bacoor, conditional ho yan sa price increase. Kung walang rate increase, walang extension, hindi ho tama yon. Kasi magkaiba yun. Yung pundado at pondo ng proponent para sa improvement ng LRT1, iba ho yun, hindi ho saklaw yun ng tinatawag na rate increase.
Sir, yung schedule po is August na roll out, tama po ba?
Schedule ho yan. Hindi pa na-agree yan at hindi pa ho na-approvean ng Department of Transportation yan. Ngayon lang ho, nagkakaroon sila ng konsultasyon na kung saan binibigyan diin at punto naman ng Department of Transportation yung mga bagay-bagay na opinyon na lalabas sa konsultasyon.
Posible pa po ba itong August, sir, na roll out?
Posible din hong hindi.
So, paanong, kung hindi August?
Kaya nga sabi ko nga ho, may konsultasyon, meron pa hong deliberasyon, na kung saan yung mga punto ng bawat partido binibigyan pansin at binibigyan diin.
Okay, sir. Salamat.
Thank you rin
Yeah,
po.
please state your name, please.
Ted from GMA News Online. Kay Sec Tugade po. Sir, balikan ko lang po yung Manila Subway. May napili na po bang contractor for the project?
Yung subway ho, ginagawa yung tinatawag na terms of preference, magkakaroon ng bidding yan. Siguro, pag nagkaroon ng formal bidding yan, baka more or less thereabout before the end of this year until the first quarter. Ilalabas ho natin yung terms of preference, magbibid yan, at dadaan yan sa tamang pamaraan at proseso.
So sir, yung magkakaroon ng contractor before the end of the year?
Kung matatapos ho yung bidding.
Okay.
Ina Andolong. Microphone, please.
Either to for Secretary Villar or Secretary Bello, apart from the 468,000 jobs already created, how many more do you expect to create? And ano ang target? I mean, who do you expect who may be qualified to apply for these jobs?
Kinalbit ho ni ako ni Secretary Bello kung magsasalita ho ako. Ganito po yan. Yung employment generation ng build. Dalawa hong aspeto yan. Ang aspeto na nagmumula sa construction ng infrastructure at employment pagka nabuo yung infrastructure. Halimbawa ho, sa tren. Merong employment habang binubuo mo yung tren. Pag nabuo na yung tren, meron ka ring employment after the train has been completed. In other words, sa lengguwahe ng NEDA, meron tinatawag na direct at indirect employment. Sa kabuuan, tinitignan ho namin na sa unang taon, pwedeng tayong magkaroon ng 1.8 million direct and indirect employment. Bakit ho nangyari ito? Ganito ho yun. Merong isang assumption ang ating economic cluster na kung saan para yung mga project makumpleto within the term of the President, kailangan hindi one-day shift tayo, ma'am. Kailangan 24 hours of 8 hours shift, so tatlo. In other words, kung may proyekto ka at nangailangan ka ng masonry, ang mason na kailangan mo, hindi isa, tatlo. Having given that assumption, merong hong mga 1.8 million yon. Pagkatapos ho makumpleto yung infrastruktura, halimbawa sa release ng tren, nandiyan ho yung mga employment generation sa mga outlet. Nandiyan ho yung employment generation dun sa magpapatakbo at mag-ooperate ng tren. Nandiyan ho yung employment generation pala sa clerk, customer service, etc., etc. Lahat ho to sa kabuuan. Ang sabi ng ating Department of Labor and Employment, pupuntuhan natin at pupuntusan natin, sustain naman ng NEDA, 1.8 million. Having said that, ibabalik ko yung kalbit kay Secretary Bello at ituloy ho yung explanation.
Sir,
Thank you, Sec Art. Pero you practically said what I'm supposed to say. Dagdagan ko lang, no, kasi sabi nga niya, yung job generation is not only in the process of building. After building, mas maraming darating. Halimbawa lang, kung sabi niya, meron siyang train. Pagdating ng train yan, dyan sa mismong istasyon, dadaming dyan, negosyo. Baka may magpuputap dyan na Jollibee. Pero puro hindi contractual ang mga empleyado nila, puro regular employee. May mga ibang may mga businesses that will grow up as a part as a consequence of this project. So malaki. Sabi nga niya times 3. Baka magiging times 5 pa because of the job generation coming from the business establishment that will follow yung mga improvements or mga business mga buildings that were put up.
Sir, speaking of contractualization, doon sa direct... No, this is still in relation to the employment. Doon sa direct employees, how long do they usually work for? Hindi ba mga contractual din naman po yun? In a way, because, limited lifespan of the project implementation, construction?
Actually, when you talk of contractualization, you are talking of the relation between the worker and the principal employer. Now, in addition, may meron yung third party dyan, which is called the service provider. Kung natandaan ninyo, the President signed last May 2018 Executive Order number 51. Under that order, it is very clear, the President said that as a general rule, all workers must be regular employees of the principal. And it allows only for 2 or 3 exceptions. 1, if the worker is a seasonal worker. 2, if the worker is a project-based worker. And 3, those which are allowed by law. Like for example, when you need a security card, you are allowed by law to get from the security agencies. Yun lamang po ang That is what is meant by contractualization.
And those to be directly employed with the ongoing construction will fall under seasonal, project-based, and how long do they have work for while doing that? Ano po yung average?
Yung mga gagawa ng halimbawa ng subway, these are project-based. Project-based yan.
How many years, sir, ang average natin for the projects?
Well, sabi ni Secretary Art, tatapusin niya before the end of the term of the President. So they have at least 3 to 4 years.
And sir, for Secretary Tugade, this is on a different issue. Are you aware of photos now circulating online na binabaha daw po yung bagong Mactan Airport in Cebu after a heavy downpour there? And of course, netizens are now talking about possible flaws in the design.
This is actually the first time I heard that and it comes from you. Let me validate that. Galing lang ho ako sa Cebu tong nakaraang linggo na kung saan binaybay ko naman yung mga lugar, yung runway, taxiway, saka yung apron. Ang nakita ho nating problema ay yung mga konting crack sa runway na kung saan binigyan natin ng instruksyon na agarang i-repair to. Yung mga flooded area, saan ho ba ito? Sa bagong terminal? Sa airport mismo? Sa bagong terminal ho? Doon sa bagong terminal.
Doon po sa pinuntahan ni Pangulo.
Aha. Titignan ho natin yan at alam ko naman na hindi palalagpasin natin yung estado na kung saan binabaha. Pareho rin ho yan sa mga bahay at mga delivery ng mga completed work na kung saan minsan pagtanggap mo ng bahay mo, pagdating ng unos o bagyo, bigla kang makaka-experience ng tulong. Ito ho, magpapakita lang na dapat tignan pansin yung paggawa. At kung meron talaga yan, edi solusyonan po natin.
Si Sir Vince, may update tayo sa BCDA or Clark?
Ongoing po, salamat po. Ongoing po, nakita nyo naman yung mga updates no, na pinakita kanina ni Secretary Villar. Ongoing na po yung mga construction natin, kamukha ng napakaraming mga proyekto ng Duterte administration all over the country. And confident po kaming lahat na yung mga timeline na pinakita kanina matutupad in the next few months and few years, no? Within the term of President Duterte. So ongoing po lahat. Ayan.
Okay, Raymond Tenasa.
Kay Sec. Villar. Sir, meron na bang conclusion or any recommendation dun sa, I think, 43 contractors who were the reason why some 43 infra projects or 400 projects were delayed?
Yes, we've already received the replies. Iba-iba yung iba dahil sa usually may problema sa right of way or may problema sa permitting. So yun po yung mga problema na in-address na namin. Kami naman pina-pressure na namin yung mga contractors at sinasabi namin kung meron silang mga hindi pa mga bagay na kailangan pang ayusin, kami na ang magtatrabaho para tutulungan namin sila para mapabilis. This is in line with the orders of the President na i-fast track po lahat ng infrastructure projects. So, rest assured, ipa-pressure pa rin namin ng mga contractors lalong bilisan. And we will be maging mas strict kami. Lalo na po ngayon at meron na kaming software na naka-computerize na po yung buong yung DPWH monitoring, project monitoring. So naka-capture kaagad. Kaya na-capture din namin lahat ng contractors na may mga slippages. Kaya mabilis din ang response. At pag yung iba kung hindi magre-respond, we will begin blacklisting proceedings sa mga walang excuse.
Sige, sir. Pero yeah, regardless whatever yung kanilang palusot, expected na natin yun eh. So do we expect some suspension and blacklisting?
We can expect that we will give them a chance to correct. Kasi yun pong proseso under 9184, RA 9184. In the law, they have to magsasubmit sila ng action plan para tapusin yung project. Now, kung hindi nila kaya yung action plan at hindi nasunod, iba-blacklist na. Pwede na namin i-blacklist. But of course, our first recourse is to compel them to finish the project at the proper time. So yun pong stage ng DPWH ngayon. We're compelling them to abide by their action plan.
Sir, last point. Siguro it's your chance to clarify. Kasi may mga kumakalat na naman mga allegation na parang bumalik daw yung tongpat sa DPWH. So, siguro sir, your side?
Well, I challenge anyone. Wala kami, zero tolerance kami sa mga ganung bagay. So, kung meron mang mga reports, please, bigay niyo po sa akin. I definitely sa DPWH, zero tolerance kami. And yun lang po ang utos ni Presidente. If there are any cases, I encourage you to i-report niyo po directly sa akin.
Thank you, sir.
Joy Balancio, DCMM. Microphone.
Sir, basic question lang. Anyone can answer. Ilang projects na po ba yung natapos under build, kung saan natin ina-attribute itong 468,000 jobs? And how many projects are we expecting kung saan din natin ina-attribute yung 1.8 na ina-expect natin?
Okay. Some numbers para syempre marami tayong projects where the DPWH is managing 44,000 projects. We have, since the President has assumed office, we have built 3,900 kilometers worth of road. We have built 120 new bridges. We have widened a total of 511 bridges spanning 23,900 meters. We've replaced 204 bridges. We've created a pipeline of projects worth 800 billion pesos. When we started, 50 billion pesos lang. Our disbursements this year, year-on-year, sinabi ko po kanina, 40% higher than it was the previous year and continuing to increase. So, and remember, ito pong project, ang computation namin, 30% of most project costs are comprised of labor. So, isipin nyo na lang kung ano yung ma-generate natin na trabaho sa pamamagitan ng build. So, these are just some numbers of the accomplishments.
Sa kagawaran ho ng transportasyon, in a period of 2 years, nakatapos ho kami ng 8 airport projects. Nandiyan na yung Villar, Catanduanes, yung Lalo, yung Tugade, at nandiyan din sinama natin yung tinanong kanina tungkol sa Cebu. Nag-nitrate ho kami, nitrated capacity ng mga airports, mga 5 o 6 na airports yan. Ano ho yung nitrated capacity? Ito ho yung kapasidad ng isang paliparan na kung saan pwedeng lumipad at maglanding ang aeroplano even after sunset. Ngayon ho, marami ho tayong paliparan na kung saan pag madilim na ho o pag umulan ng malakas, hindi na ma-ooperate. So malaking bagay ho yan. Nakatapos ho kami nung tinatawag na satellite tracking system dun sa air na kung papasyalan ninyo yung tinatawag na CAAP, makikita nyo yung isang facility doon na where we installed additional 10 radars. Noon ho, 3 radar lang ho yan eh. Ngayon, habang nag-uusap tayo, 13 na ho yung radars. Ito ho na-house sa isang pasilidad na makikita sa CAAP. Na makikita nyo yung seguridad at safety ng mga lumilipad sa himpapawid. Pati na rin yung punctuality. Yung project ho, nabanggit kanina na nakatapos kami ng port projects. 129 port projects ho in a period of 2 years. Na-explain din ho na hindi lang ho sa Central Luzon yan, inclusive yan, meron sa Mindanao, meron sa Visayas, meron sa Central Luzon. Marami hong mga proyektong ginagawa. Kung gagawin, pati na ho lighthouse, pinatulan namin eh. Kasi ho, yung mga lighthouses, these are guide to navigation. Pero madami ho tayo mga lighthouses na hindi na gumagana, hindi na nag-ooperate. Nagagamit na ho yung lighthouses sa mga pamaraan na hindi naman naplano. So, ginagawa ho namin yan. Marami ho mga bagay-bagay. Ano pa yung mga gagawin in the future? Mga airports, mga pantalan, mga seaport. Sabihin ko na lang ho sa inyo yung mga major na uumpisahan o tatapusin. Yung Panglao ho, na sinabi namin operational ng August, magkakaroon ng konting slide ho yan. Siguro mga Oktubre, Nobyembre, kasi ho yung masamang panahon na kung saan nagiging balakit yung masamang panahon sa pag-install ng mga devices sa pagtapos ng mga runways and aprons. Tatapusin ho namin yan before the end of this year. Kapon ho, pumasyal ako sa Tansa, Cavite. Nandoon ho yung isang proyekto na ginawa ng ICTSI in coordination with us, na kung saan naglalagay kami ng isang barge terminal. Ano ho yung barge terminal? Pag makikita nyo yung mga container, 20-footer and 40-footer, na bumabaybay sa mga kalsada ngayon, malaking bahagi ho niyan, pag naging operational ito, hindi na ho nasa highway, nasa dagat. Doon ho yung barge terminal. Ito ho, isang barge terminal na gagawin natin for the first time. Imaginin mo kung dadagdagan ko ng isa o pangatlo pa yan. Target namin, mabawasan yung container sa kalsada, mga 40%. Magdagdag pa ako ng isang barge terminal o 2 barge terminal. Makikita nyo yung kaluwagan sa trapiko at yung smooth flow ng negosyo ng container. Mas makakatulong pa ho sa mga negosyante. Marami ho mga proyekto, kung iisa-isahin ko, baka tapos na yung oras para dito sa nagsasalita pa ako dito. Marami po. Hindi ho tayo natutulog sa pansitan, meron hong kakulangan, meron namang kinokompleto. At habang kinokompleto yung kakulangan, meron hong pinaplano na idadagdag para sa kabutihan ng sambayanan, all to be finished within the term of President Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Okay, thank you, sir. Friendly
Daglag lang yung tungkol sa pinag-usapan. We are talking about the 625,000 net employment. Just to give you an idea, of these, 742,000 comes from the services sector. And then 605,000 from industries. Ngayon, if you add that, 1.3 yan, no? Pero magtataka ka, bakit 625? Because nagkaroon naman ng decline sa agriculture. Marami ang nawalan ng trabaho. There are about 723,000 nawalan ng trabaho yung mga farmers natin dahil sa bad weather. O, kung minsan din affected ng peace and order. So, yun ang ano. So, that's the total amount. From services, industry, total is 1.3, but subtract it by 723,000 sa agricultural sector, we have a net employment of 625,000.
Ma'am,
Sige, sir.
idagdag ko lang sa mga proyekto kasi malalaki ho ito
Opo, sir.
na uumpisahan this year. Una ho yung sasaport sa Davao. GAA ho yan, inumpisa ho namin ang pag-repair ng sasaport sa Davao. Although merong unsolicited proposal na dumating, at least inuumpisahan na namin yung GAA. Yung container port sa Cebu, na kung saan meron ng loan agreement yan sa dalawang gobyerno, yung gobyerno ng Korea at gobyerno ng Pilipinas. Andyan ho yung airport ng Bukidnon na kung saan matagal na rin ginusto at pinangarap ng mga tao sa Bukidnon na magkaroon ng paliparan. Ma'am, uumpisahan ko yung huyan ang bidding before the end of this year. Yung right-of-way acquisition sa tulong ni Senator Subiri, napapamadali ho yan. Ito ho yung tatlong proyekto na tinatawag natin all-inclusive. Malalaki na uumpisahan natin this year po. This year lang po yan. Maraming salamat po.
Okay, MPC, friendly reminder, limit your follow-up question. Raymond Tenasa.
Hi, sir. Patanong lang from my colleague, Cristina Vendaño. Na-traffic kasi. For Secretary Villar or Secretary Tugade, sir, have you done a study or projection how terrible traffic will be with the build projects and man-hours or production to be lost?
Una ho, kung mararapati si Secretary Villar. Alam mo, when you develop and when you do improvements, merong consequential discomfort yan. Hindi natin sasabihin walang discomfort. Pero ang discomfort na to, panandalian until you complete the project. And then, your comfort will be longer than the shorter discomfort caused by project construction. Pangalawa ho, oo, nandiyan ho yung trapiko at hindi naman saklaw ng aming responsibilidad ni Secretary Villar yan. Tignan ho natin, meron naman hong para bagang una, tayo lang hirap na hirap tayo sa traffic. Aminin ho naman natin paminsan-minsan na dahil sa mga infrastrukturang ginagawa ng public works, naiibsan ho yung traffic, hindi man complete solution, nakakatulong din ho. Pangatlo ho, hindi lang ho naman sa Republika ng Pilipinas may traffic. Minsan kung mag-ano ho tayo, parang ang traffic sa Republika lang ng Pilipinas. I am not justifying in any way the traffic situation in the country. But the reality, accept it. It prevails all over. And that is why the address of maintaining, controlling, and regulating traffic is a continuing thing. Hindi ho yan saklaw lang ng responsibilidad ng gobyerno para matugunan yung traffic situation. As we construct, as we develop, as we educate people, the riding public and the public has also an equal responsibility. Discipline is also required on the road. Ibig kong sabihin, lahat ito kabuuan. Hindi ko sinasabing wala ho tayong responsibilidad. Malaki po. Hindi ko rin ho namang sinasabing walang nagagawa. Meron din po. Makiisa lang din yung publiko by enjoining the proper education of the use of the street and infrastructure and discipline. Akalain mo naman, partner, dito sa MRT, tingnan mo yung sa MRT, sirado na yung pinto, pipilitin mo pang buksan. Yung sa jeep, puno na, pipilit ka pang sasakay sa likod. You know, worse, nung nakaraan, may pumisil ng pasahero Nakita nyo, nagsuntukan sila sa MRT. Ay, sus. Hindi ho ba? Hindi ba suklian lang ho ng responsibilidad dyan? Yun lang po. Marahil si Secretary may gusto.
I really brief. Update ko lang po kayo sa mga plano namin sa traffic. Asahan nyo po na malapit na po ang ginhawa. Dahil karamihan po ng ating mga projects ay matatapos po sa loob ng 1 o 2 taon. Dito po, halimbawa, malapit na po yung Laguna Lake Highway, opening this year. Malapit na rin po yung Harbor Link, opening 3rd quarter of this year. By next year, matatapos na po yung Skyway. The year after that, matatapos na po yung Connector Road. Yung bridges na simulan na across Pasig River. Marami po tayong project. Itong traffic, pati ako, biktima din po ako ng traffic. Hindi rin ako nakakauwi sa anak ko. Every day, hindi ko na nakikita yung anak ko. Kaya galit na galit din ako sa traffic. And rest assured, habang nandito ako, I will do everything I can para matapos na itong problema na to. Dahil pati ako, sobrang frustrated na rin po ako sa problema natin sa traffic. And rest assured, in place, our plan is in place, and it will happen sooner rather than later.
Okay. Sir, pero ano daw plano niyo sa SEA Games?
SEA Games?
I'm sorry,
Anong plano? Well, as I think the public knows already that the facilities are underway. The construction of the facilities are underway. And ang target natin ay matapos yung mga facilities by September of next year. At itetest pa natin yun ng mga 1 buwan in time for the November 30 SEA Games.
November. Okay. RJ?
I only have 2 questions. One for Sir Tugade and one for Sir Vince. Sir Vince, from my colleague po, what's the resolution on Megawide's interest to bid for the Clark O&M contract? The bidding guidelines said companies with a majority equity interest in any airport in the country may not participate. But Megawide still bought the bid documents. What's the resolution they came up with in the one-on-one meeting with the company?
Yeah. With the permission of Secretary Tugade, because this is really, Clark Airport is really a joint project between DOTr and BCDA. First of all, I think that was in the original terms of reference, but we have already adjusted that. And Megawide, if it wants to, can join the bid. They are not disqualified. That requirement was actually modified, which now allows Megawide to participate even if they're already operating Cebu.
What
Mactan.
were the modifications made?
It's now modified to not operating an airport in a main island group. So meaning if you're operating an airport in Luzon, then you cannot have another major airport in the same island group. But obviously Cebu is not part of Luzon where Clark is, so Megawide can actually participate.
So cleared na, sir.
Yeah, but of course it's really up to the bidders what they do. No? Government will just accept whatever bids are finally submitted on the deadline later part of August.
Sir, thank you, sir. Sir Tugade. Sir, pag hindi matuloy sa August yung rollout ng fare hike for LRT1, magsasubsidize ba ang government?
Alam nyo, maski na nung pumasok kami, ayaw na ayaw ko yung subsidiya ng gobyerno. Ayaw na ayaw ko na may kondisyon na guarantee yung gobyerno. Pagpapasok ko yung mga proponents sa isang negosyo, dapat kaya nila. So, everything is possible. Wag lang ho natin pangunahan kasi ina-assume mo na hindi matuloy. Kung matuloy. Hindi ba? Mahirap ho pag ang usapan hypothetical. Kasi pag hypothetical ang usapan at itatagpas at itutugma natin sa realidad, makakaroon tayo ng miscommunication dyan. Sabi nga ni Juan, si Julius Caesar ba nagsabi no? Let's cross the Rubicon when we get there.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank you,
RJ.
sir.
Thank you, RJ. Last 2 questions na tayo sa Larina and then GMA Online.
Secretary Tugade, uli po. Regarding the Mindanao Railway, natuloy na ba na China na yung magpo-fund talaga? And when will this start?
Una ho, may plano at talagang plano yan na yung funding sa China. Pangalawa ho, sinasabi namin yung first phase ng Mindanao Railways matapos sa termino ng Presidente. Ano yung first phase? Tagum, Digos, Davao. That is the first phase. Question na tuloy na. Ako ho'y dumalaw sa Davao nung itong nakaraang linggo, na kung saan nakipagpulong ako sa mga taong nangangasiwa. Babalik sila bukas. Magmi-meeting kami sa Clark. Na talagang ipagtutulakan namin ho yun, na para maumpisa na. Nagawa na ho yung bidding documents. Okay? Dinelay lang ho namin yung actual bidding pagkat meron ho akong mga pagbabagong inintroduce. Ano ho yun? Noon pa in-instruct ko na yung Mindanao Railways or Express, gusto ko double track. Pangalawa, yung Mindanao Express dapat electrified, hindi diesel. Pangatlo, yung Mindanao Express dapat ho hindi narrow standard. Yung tatlong kategorya na yon o kwalifikasyon na double track, hindi single track, electrified, hindi diesel, standard at hindi narrow, dito ho gagawin sa Maynila yan, sa Central Luzon. Kung gagawin mo yun sa Central Luzon, bakit single track ang Mindanao? Bakit diesel ang Mindanao? Ayaw ko ho nun. Dapat, kung anong meron ng Central Luzon, meron din ang Mindanao. Pagkat nararapat at nauugma lang yan. Having done this, magkakaroon ng additional cost sa Mindanao, but that is a good addition. Magkakaroon ng konting delay dun sa bidding, but that is a good delay. Because yung quality ng railroad track magiging parehas at tabla sa Central Luzon.
So sir, how much yung magiging adjustment and kailan siya, if ever, yung groundbreaking?
Meron hong adjustment yan. I think you got me there. Yung exact amount, sa dami-dami ng proyekto, hindi ko na maalala lahat yung amount. Andi dito, NEDA, baka gustong sagutin ng NEDA yan. Kasi yung sa Mindanao Expression, ngayon yung groundbreaking, ibid ho natin, tapusin muna natin yung loan agreement between China and the Philippines kasi wala pa hong pirmado dyan.
So kailan po yung signing ng loan agreement?
Pagka nakasundo ho yung gobyerno ng China sa gobyerno ng Pilipinas.
Magkano sir yung loan agreement?
Eto nga ho, sinabi ko nga sa iyo, may dagdag proyekto. Siguro, pag nakuha natin yung total amount, ayan, nagpapasahan na ho sila ng amount.
Sir, kay Sir Vince Dizon lang po. Sir, may update na po dun sa bidding ng utilities for the New Clark City?
Opo, ang bidding po ay ongoing ngayon. Meron pong 3 kwalipikadong bidders para sa tubig, sa pag-distribute ng tubig, at meron pong I'm not sure kung ilan para sa para sa power, pero 4 yung nag-bid, no? So the schedule is we will be awarding by September of this year. So I think 3rd week of September awarded na yung 2 kontratang yan.
Sir, sino yung mga companies na qualified?
Hindi ko maalala eh. Hindi ko maalala. Siyempre, yung sa water, I think Maynilad, yung usual, no? Yung usual players. Manila Water, Maynilad. And then for power, I think Meralco also submitted, Aboitiz, and there are a couple of others. Prime Water also submitted for water. So we'll find out the winner by 3rd week of September. So abangan po natin yan.
Okay, thank you. Last question, Tuesday New.
To Secretary Tugade, sir. Sir, ngayong araw po ay I think naging operational yung PNR ng Caloocan to Makati. Parang ngayon yung start nila. And syempre, sir, expectedly, maraming pasahero nag-toilet. Sir, ewan ko kung nakarating na sa inyo, yung toilet po doon ngayon sa mga PNR stations, along that line, parang hindi daw natapos nung previous administration. Kaya sa isang kwarto ng toilet, 3 yung toilet bowls, walang harang. Ano po ang pwedeng gawin ngayon? Hindi naman po pwede magsabay-sabay silang...
Una ho, may mga 3 bahagi yata yung katanungan mo. Yung toilet na proyekto ni President Aquino nung araw na hindi natapos. Pangalawa, yung Makati-Run. Explain ko lang ho. Yung Caloocan Makati-Run is the result of the ingenuity and creativity of the General Manager of PNR, June Magno. Ganito ho nangyari yan. Meron hong problema para i-transport yung mga bagay-bagay from Tutuban to Calamba. Kailangan ho ilipat yun. Hindi mailipat kasi may problema yung riles. Kaya ang ginawa ho, inayos yung riles, in-upgrade, ilinnovate para yung Tutuban, Kalambaran na mga produkto umusad. Dahil sa ginawang ganon, nakakita ng oportunidad na pwedeng gamitin yung pagbabago ng trend para gamitin ng mga tao doon sa Caloocan, Makati. Ang sabi nila, kung ito, produkto ng maganda sa nagawa ng problema, gawin muna natin pampasahero din at singilin. Believe me, ma'am, alam mo ba magkano singil, ma'am? 15 pesos? From Caloocan to 15 pesos ho. Ngayon, dahilan sa ito naman hindi hiwalay na proyektong binagkas o binalangkas, siyempre hindi ho na-address din yung mga kubeta muna at this time. Ngayon, i-bringing up nyo yan, unang-una ho, lalagyan natin ng harang. Pero levity aside, kidding aside, alam po na titignan ni General Manager June Magno ho ito. Sibol ho ng isang sistema na gagawin sana in transporting goods from Tutuban to Calamba. Kaya yung rails ngayon naging instead na departmental grade, naging carrier grade na sinamantala. Ganun lang ho yun.
Okay, thank you, Tuesday. Last question kay Henry Uri, kay Secretary Tugade. Kung magpapalabas daw po ng mga plaka ng mga sasakyan, kung makapagbigay na daw po.
Una ho, nagdi-distribute na ho kami ng plaka. In fact, noong July 1, sa iba't ibang rehiyon, meron na mga dinistribute ng plaka. Wala nga kami narinig na palakpakan dyan. Nung walang plaka, banat ng banat. Nung inumpisahan namin mag-distribute, no pansin. Pangalawa ho, meron na hong, anong tawag dito, online, na kung saan, malalaman mo yung kung kailan marirelease yung plaka mo. Pangatlo, liliwanagin ko lang ho, yung issue at pag-manufacture ng plaka to address first the the plateless cars from mid-2016 hanggang 2018. Habol ho namin ma-distribute lahat yan hanggang next year. Pag ma-distribute lahat yan, a-addressin na ho namin yung backlog. But let us disabuse our mind na wala pang distribution. Meron na ho. Hindi pa kasing lawak ng gusto natin, pero nagdi-distribute na. Bakit ho hindi kasing lawak at hindi madalian? Kasi ho, minamanufacture yung plaka, dito na eh. Nandoon ho, and I think that they are doing 20,000. I'm not sure of the numbers, 20,000 a day or something like that.
Okay, salamat, Secretary Tugade. Secretary Bello, may trabaho caravan, August 12?
Yeah. Thank you. I would like to inform everyone that on August 12, starting siguro mga 8:30 in the morning, there will be a job caravan dyan sa SMX Mall of Asia. We will make available about less than 3,000 jobs. So please announce this so that the public will know and may have the opportunity to grab this available job placement. Salamat po.
Okay, salamat Secretary Bello. Salamat Secretary Tugade, Secretary Villar, Sir Vince Dizon, ASEC Secretary Tony Lambino. Yes,
Kinukulot lang ho ako nung isang staff ko, senyas ng senyas.
Yes, sir.
Ngayong araw daw ho na ito, this is the 29th day na walang unloading sa MRT. That makes it the longest span of time na walang unloading.
Okay, salamat po.
Kinukulit lang ho ako, senyas ng senyas.
Yes. Salamat kay Yusek Badoy. Salamat sa ating mga naging bisita. Back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network. Salamat po.